Don't throw away your pilot valves. If you work with electropneumatic positioners, you would know that it's fairly common to change out the pilot valves, but don't throw them away. In the next couple of videos, I'm going to show you that you can overhaul, test, and reuse them. Welcome to Ray-Wired Logic. Today I'm going to show you how to overhaul a pilot valve. First thing we're going to do is remove these 4 screws that hold the body together. As you can see, I've got 3 pilot valves that I'm overhauling today. So I'm just going to show you with the 3 pilot valves, slowly one little bit further pulled apart than the other one, how it comes apart, although I'm pretty sure you can work that out, but just to show you what it looks like and what the orientation is. On the diaphragm assembly, there will be a square plate that you have to remove. So this is what the 3 pilot valves look like when you've taken them apart. I've just laid them out so we can see what's going on. Our next step is going to be to very carefully take out these circlips at the end of the housings. As you can see, there's a bigger housing and a smaller housing. They both have circlips. So we'll remove those circlips and I'll show you what we do next. As you can see, I've removed the circlips, but I've just left them on top of the housings, and I'm going to take it off so that I can show you what it looks like when you take it off and what it looks like when you take all the parts out one by one. Normally I just shake it all out in one go onto the clean cloth, but I'll just show you the order at which they go in. There's an O-ring at the bottom of the chamber. Leave that one where it is. But on the bottom of the pilot valve, you'll see that there's some O-rings there. On the smaller chamber, there'll be 2 O-rings. Remove those so we can clean it. This is what you should be left with from the small chamber after you've taken all the bits out. Now let's have a look at the big chamber. As you can see, in the bigger chamber there is a big spring as well as a small spring. These small springs are the same for both chambers, but the big chamber obviously has the bigger spring as well. Once again, like with the small chamber, we're going to leave this O-ring that's inside the big chamber, and we're only going to take out the O-rings at the bottom of the chamber. This one has an extra small little O-ring, so we remove all 3 of those. This is pretty much as far as you need to go with taking the pilot valve apart. As you can see here, I'm picking up the diaphragm plate and pulling back on the rubber diaphragm just to show you that there is a tiny hole in the diaphragm in the metal plate and in the rubber, and these need to line up when you put them back together again. Don't worry about it too much now. When you're cleaning it, it's just when you put it back together, I'll show you, we need to make sure that this goes back the right way. Now the big question we ask sometimes is, now what do we clean this with? How do we clean this? I think there might be a couple of different methods. At the moment what I'm doing is I'm using soapy water to help get rid of any greasy residue that's inside or on the pilot valve. I just let it soak for a few hours, sometimes overnight, and then I give it a bit of a scrub, and then it's all clean. Now as we get to the end of the cleaning, from a bucket, soapy water and a brush, we need to inspect all the bits. The diaphragm plate has got like a piston, 2 shafts sticking out of it. You've got to closely inspect all these parts, and in particular that you've got to scrub out all the residue that might be stuck on it. So I would suggest get a non-scratch scourer so that you can really clean all the bits off. So even on these little valves that you get inside the chambers, even though they look stainlessy looking and look fairly clean, you need to get as much of the little bits of build-up and residue off as you can, because that needs to seat inside of the chamber, and if they don't seat properly, it's going to leak through and it's not going to work properly. So that is something that you really need to look for, as well as inside of the chamber where that valve seats. Make sure that's nice and clean as well. If you can, get a bit of scourer in there and just clean that up a bit, rinse it off again, dry everything up, and yeah, just a quick general inspection, especially for those parts, and we're all good. Now this will conclude part 1 of cleaning and overhauling pilot valves. With the cleaning and the inspecting done, the next part will focus on putting them together and lubricating as well. Thank you for watching Ray Wired Logic. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and especially even leave a comment if you can, and join me for the next part in the video of overhauling pilot valves.